Team Botswana's epic visit, electrifying meet with Hon Dithapelo Keorapetse after World Championship. Botswana, under the vast skies of southern Africa, has always carried dreams. Grasslands, cattle posts, the slow migration of seasons in every home, children chase hope. Athletics offers one such window, a chance to run, to win, to lift an entire country's heart. In 2025, in Tokyo, drenched in rain, wind, tension, Botswana's men's 4x400m relay team shocked the world and history. Lee Bekempelo Epi, Letsile Tobogo, Bayapo Endori, and Busang Colin Kebinat Shipi sewed together a performance of precision and grit. In a dramatic, soaked race, they edged out the United States and South Africa to win gold in 2 minutes and 57.76 seconds, becoming the first African nation ever to win the 4x400m relay at the World Athletics Championships. Colin Kebinat Shipi had earlier claimed the individual 400-meter gold. It was a weekend etched into Botswana's soul. Back home, in Gaborone, in towns and villages, televisions flickered, phones buzzed, cheers rose in unison. The country's leaders saw more than sports, they saw identity affirmed. President Duma Gideon Boko announced September 29 as a public holiday to honor these athletes. It is into this thrum of expectation and euphoria that our imagined confrontation between Team Botswana and Hon Dithapelo Keorapetse, Speaker of the National Assembly, takes place. The setting, honors, halls, and high hopes. The sun is soft over Gaborone. A ceremonial hall in the Parliament House shimmers with polished floors, national flags, portraits of past leaders, and high ceilings echoing whispers of history. The people, team members still dripping with Tokyo's emotion, coaches, sports minister, youth movement leaders, dignitaries, media. Hon Dithapelo Keorapetse, Speaker of the National Assembly since November 2024, enters. A man known for moderating debate, for presiding with dignity, for balancing the legacy of opposition and leadership. He stands at the dais, his eyes fixed on the stars who now quietly file in: Kebinat Shipi, Tobogo, Endori, Epi. Rain-soaked tracks replaced by red carpets. Spikes by polished shoes. Yet the same flame inside each of them. The meeting, from records to reverence. Greetings and the weight of achievement. Hon Keorapetse rises, claps long before speaking. Today, he says, voice steady, we do not just welcome champions. We welcome symbols. We welcome hope made flesh. You have carried Botswana's name across oceans, you have made what many thought distant unmistakably ours. Hands are shaken. Tobogo exchanges a grin with Keorapetse, voice low. Kebinat Shipi nods slowly, pride tempered with humility. A sense of gravity fills the room. They have done something extraordinary. The first African gold in this relay event. The constitutional speaker, who usually mediates political discourse, now presides over a civic moment beyond politics. Conversation, reflections, promises, struggles. The team steps forward. Kebinat Shipi, still in his championship jacket, speaks first. We ran in rain. We felt every drop. But every drop reminded us, we represent thousands. The children, the athletes in dusty fields, the mothers weaving hope through every discipline. Tobogo follows. The relay was not just ours. It was Botswana's. Every baton handoff was a prayer. We knew the world was watching. We felt the weight, not burden, but a responsibility. Hon Keorapetse leans in. And what of the road ahead? What do you need, beyond applause, beyond holiday declarations? Fields to train, coaches, funding, motivation that does more than paper over need. Epi, Endori, and the coaches exchange glances. Then Endori says, infrastructure. Access in rural districts. Many young runners in places far from Gaborone don't see tracks. They see stones, patches of sand, nothing polished. They see stars only in the sky, not the stadium lights. A hush. Keorapetse notes this. Then that shall become part of our work. Not an afterthought. When we legislate or budget, sport must be woven in, youth sport, school facilities, regional centers. This gold must not be the peak but the foundation. Celebration and symbolism. A. The public holiday. The announcement of a public holiday, on September 29th, rippled through the country like wildfire. Workers cleared their schedules. Shops posted signage. Schools prepared banners. The day before Independence Day now carries double meaning. In the run-up, parades through Gaborone, free access to sports facilities, young athletes gathering at tracks, fans chanting names echoed across social media. B. Cultural touchstones. In the ceremonial hall, a choir sings a Setswana hymn. Traditional dancers move in blue and black robes, flag patterns draped across their bodies. Across the room, Kebinat Shipi and teammates are presented with handcrafted gifts, local pottery, beaded necklaces, cowhide rugs, all symbols of Botswana's earth, its people, its heritage. Keorapetse places a medallion around Kebinat Shipi's neck, symbolic of carrying the nation's weight and honoring it. The internal spark, for the team. Inside the team, between the applause and speeches, there is a renewed fire. Coaches speak of the next World Relays, of preparing youth for 2026. The athletes vow not to rest. Kebinat Shipi, the anchor, already planning splits, pacing, refining kick phases. Tobago, famous for 200m speed, considers, perhaps, anchoring more relays, mentoring youth in sprints. They remember losses, near misses, rainy legs, blocked lanes. They also remember the faces in small villages craning to see them run on TV. This visit with Keorapetse becomes more than honor, it becomes accountability. Honorable Keorapetse's vision, policy, legacy, and voice. As Speaker, Dithapelo Keorapetse usually presides over debates, procedural rules, and national budgets. After this meeting, one can imagine him leaving the chamber with fresh resolve. He speaks in interviews. Our people have shown, when given the chance, with support, with belief, we can outrun expectations. We must enshrine support in law. Our parliaments, our committees, our allocations must be intentional. Across government offices, whispers begin. Could there be a sports development bill? More funding for rural training campuses? Better school sports curricula? Perhaps even tax incentives for private sponsorship of athletics. For Keorapetse, this moment matters not just as a ceremonial role, but as a moral imperative. Nations are built not only by laws and commerce but by stories, by pulses of what a people believe possible. National repercussions and afterglow. Across Botswana. In towns like Francistown, Sero, Ganzi, villages by rivers, children line up to race each other. On old roads, in dusty fields, they now train with sharper dreams. Rail stations display photos of the relay team. Radio programs replay the final 400m leg over and over. Families gather, grandparents saying I remember when we had nothing, parents showing photos, young children pointing at Kebinat Shipi as a hero. B. The symbolic holiday. September 29th is approached with anticipation. It is more than free time. It becomes a day of community events, local school races, public speeches, track cleanups, youth clinics, coaches' workshops. The weather is mild, skies clear. Botswana flood the stadiums, the community centers, the roads. Everyone draws closer to sport. C. International perception. Elsewhere in Africa, Botswana's relay gold sends tremors. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.